Hello, everybody, and welcome back to M&J Games. I am Michael, and welcome back to the second episode of the Giga Challenge. As you see me here, what I'm working on, see me here, that didn't really. What you see me working on is the improved airtime hill after the first drop, which that airtime hill is still larger than the vast majority of hypercoasters, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, just really enjoying this layout. So in this episode, what I'm going to be working on is half of the custom supports. I decided to split this up into two episodes because I don't want the episodes to kind of run too long. And I was looking at reference photos as I worked on some of this, and I hope the speed is okay. You know, if the speed is going a little bit too quick for you to try to see what I've done, one thing you could do is do the playback speed to kind of slow it down on YouTube if needed. Also, I did the smaller connectors and smaller supports for this because the larger connector is too wide for the B&M track. And so the supports aren't going to look as massive and as the lift hill supports, which is okay because usually lift hill supports are a little bit bigger anyways, just because of the height of the hill and stuff. And so I'm going to give you a quick rundown real quick of what this is going to look like, and then I'll just let some music play over the time lapse because I recorded this in Share Factory, and then instead of hitting X, I hit circle, which deleted my commentary. So I'm just going to kind of run you through what I'm going to be working on here. And so, like I said, we're going to be doing half the supports, and it's more the supports that are more so vertical on the track pieces that aren't banked, and definitely on the track supports on those airtime hills at the end. And as I said, you know, I'm not perfect at this. This is my second coaster fully custom supporting, so I'm still learning with it. And I think it does look pretty good, though. You know, it might not be perfect in some areas, but people aren't going to figure that out unless you zoom in and look up real closely. So I hope you guys enjoy this time lapse, and I'll talk to you guys at the end of the video with a little bit of a live section. All right, welcome to the end of the video in the real time. As I've been narrating throughout this whole thing, and I'm filming this before I narrate, so sorry if I accidentally repeat something. But I decided as I was working through this to make this into 2 episodes because it takes me a while to custom support, and these supports right here are going to be very different, like in this whole area, compared to the rest that I've done. And I'm happy with how it's turned out. Like, some parts might not be absolutely perfect, but at the end of the day, I mean, you're trying to get the good visual, which, you know what? For some reason, I don't know what happened right there. Let's see. And the key, I feel like, was trying to keep the direction on both sides. I thought I had done that. I guess not. And it's also trying to get it spaced out properly, because that looks pretty good. But, you know, at the end of the day, when you're doing custom supports, like, don't get me wrong, if you can get them absolutely perfect, that's amazing. But most people aren't going to zoom in to like every little detail of the custom support and look at it. So the idea is you want it to look visually pleasing, and just the fact that it looks realistic. And so one thing that I decided to do is, instead of using these thicker supports, I decided to use these skinnier ones. And the reason being, because if you look here, creating this custom spine that this creator made, the only thing I would have done differently is the custom spine is so much thicker than the actual B&M track, where we can't use the thick supports because and I think you saw me try to do it in the time lapse, but if we use the large connector like this, it's going to go way beyond the side of the track, and that's just going to be really tough to try to mask into it. And if you look at B&M, that's not how it works, because I've got images pulled up right now of Orion, especially for the kind of turnaround. And so essentially what we're going to be doing on some of these turnarounds, and the reason why I didn't copy some like right here, is because it's basically, let me try to create one of these right now real quick just to give you an idea. So with this small coaster connector, let's see, so let's turn angle snap off. So essentially it's going to connect into the track, actually this other way right here. So it's going to connect into the track something like this, going out, because since it's banking sideways, it's going to connect out like this a little bit. Maybe turn it just a tad bit to kind of match the track. Because then what's going to happen is, now we're going to have a coaster support come through here, like this. So this is going to be the main support. And then we'll have another one come through, and this one will be turned slightly. So if you look at any B&M Giga on some of the turnarounds, at least from all the pictures I've seen, this is how it looks. Now I probably should have made these supports straight. And what I'll also come back and do at the end is I'll come back and put the footers on. I just want to get everything placed first, and then it'd be pretty easy to come around and do footers at the end. But yeah, so those are the type of supports that we'll make in the next episode. And I'll leave you guys with another POV as this coaster is getting to the top right here. Once again, thank you guys so much for your support. This is a little bit different of a series before I get started with the newer park. But it's just something that I kind of wanted to, kind of challenge with a little bit and just provide something different on the channel. So I hope you guys enjoy the POV, and I'll see you on the next episode.